Hello, my name is Javon Coben. I'm a computer science major at Oklahoma Baptist University, and today I want to teach you guys about functions in computer science in C++. Now, a function is a programming name section of a program that performs a specific task. In this sense, a function is a type of procedure or routine. Some programming languages make distinctions between a function, which returns a value, and a procedure, which performs some operation but does not return a value. However, most programming languages come with a pre-written set of functions that are kept in a library, or sort of like list, for you to use. You can also write your own function to perform for specialized tasks. The term function is also used synonymously with operations and command. For example, you execute the delete function to erase a word. So that's just a basic overview of what a function is. And now I will give a demonstration of a function being used. And the function I will be using is the rand function. It was just a random number generator. And to do this, we're just going to write a program of a six-sided die. So we're going to, like, in a sense, create a dice that when rolled will create a random six-sided number. And so of course you got to include your um, syntax. So you have to include IOStream, and then to use this function, you also have to include IOMain IP and CSTD IB. So we're just going to go ahead and include those now. Okay, then now that we have all those included, we also, just for the sake of simplicity, we're going to use and put in namespace so that we can use our variables like cout and cin without having to write the full versions of it. We can just write the shorter version of it. Make sure you put a semicolon after that. A lot of people forget to do that. And then now we're just going to go straight into our main uh, function here. Create our opening and closing brackets. And then the first thing what we're going to do is we're not just going to roll a six-sided die one time. In this program, we're actually going to roll a six-sided die 20 times and get the answers for all 20 of those rolls. And so in order to do that, we have to create a loop for the roll. And so first, we're going to create the for loop right here. I don't like the way that looks. There we go. And then now we have to create our for variable. I forgot to hit shift. There we go. I misspelled unassign. No, wait, I got it right. Okay, yeah, and then like I said, it's our, oops, forgot to spell, I misspelled int, but it's just our saying that we want to roll the dice 20 times and not just one time. And then now for the actual actual program to roll the dice, what we have to do is we have to create a cout that uses one of the functions mentioned before. And so we put cout suit 10, another pair, and then one. And then here's our rand operator. So this will randomize the numbers. And then, so this basically just says that it will randomize the numbers between what randomly pick between 1 and 6. And then, but that's not it. We have to also account for variables. So if the counter of 5 equals 0, then our program ends. Okay, and then at the end of my brackets, I always like to put what it's ending. So let's just say that ends the for loop, and then this is the end of our main function. And with that, we should be able to, as long as I didn't have any errors, have 20 numbers. And I did indeed have an error. I forgot to put 2 exclamation marks. I'm not exclamation marks, equal signs. And then boom, there's the program. We rolled the dice 20 times and we got the numbers 2, 5, 4, 2, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 6, 5, 1, 1, 5, and 5. And so, yeah, that's how you would use the function rand for a randomized number selection. And then we just made sure that we picked between the numbers 1 and 6. And then we set our variable, and then so that when we got the 20 numbers needed, it would display it, and then it end the function. So that's just a very brief and easy example of one of the functions. Later on in another lesson, we're going to do this exact same thing, except we're going to roll the dice 6 million times, and then actually be able to sort our answers based off of how many times each number is rolled. So we're going to roll the dice 6 million times and then be able to say how many times the number 1 was rolled, how many times the number 2 was rolled, 3, 4, so on and so forth. But yeah, that's what the next lesson is going to be about. And I hope you guys were able to learn more about functions and how they work with C++. And I'll see you guys in the next video.